Let it go and grow up. Everybody, mad people from Jersey going to Miami for whatever and all that, bro. Everybody, it's people that's from here linking up in Miami, bro. Like they going at the same time type stuff, like run into each other type stuff. That junk crazy, bro. Miami's packed right now. It's packed. I'm surprised you ain't out there.
Just a tourist advertisement.
Take your belongings off my ship first. Take your belongings off my ship first.
Trust a tourist advertisement.
God dang, dude, why you changing any other route if you throwing flat no matter what, bro? God dang, man. Alright, Lurk, get off my field, bro.
Hope I never have to use it, but something tells me I will. Never trust a tourist advertisement.
Now get out.
Call me Jared.
Mr. Charles Reed. What a pleasure to finally meet you in the flesh.
Nice to meet you.
Johannes Vanderberg, at your side. Please come. Welcome to the proud city.
Reaching Oakmont was no easy task. Most maps I found didn't mark it, and this rickety packet ship is the only one that sailed here. Why is that?
Oakmont is no ordinary place. Its unique geographical position and the flood, a recent natural disaster, make it nigh impossible to reach. But you made it, Mr. Reed. I'm sure the tides of fate would have brought you here one way or another.
You said you know someone who can help me with my problem. The visions have been getting worse.
Such vividness of dreams is not uncommon here in Oakmont. By chance, the man...
Bro, these dudes are really, they trash, bro. They cannot play defense, bro. At all. I'll be bored and I just want to, like, polish up my bunch. And these dudes can't, they don't even stand a chance of stopping me, bro. Like, at all. Packers are so good. Now we flood Rome. Now we flood Rome.
Don't worry, you can't miss him. Throgmorton tends to stand out from the crowd.
Can you tell me a little about Mr. Throgmorton?
A remarkable creature. Scion of a robust bloodline. A philanthropist, a scholar, and the patron of the famous Oakmont University. A man of great ambitions and even greater ego.
I'll need a place to lay my head while I'm here. Any recommendations?
Fear not. I've already feathered a nest for you. There's a room in your name at the Devil's Reef Hotel. Here's the key.
Sounds charming.
Don't judge a book by its cover, Mr. Lee.
What's the best way to get around Oakmont?
Yeah.
I'd like to drop my things at the hotel.
Most locals go by foot or by boat. I've got the latter sorted for you. There's one waiting outside the port.
Eagles.
You're too kind.
Steelers.
Take this map. I've marked the hotel.
Well, that's it for now.
No,
Oh.
don't.
I don't care about your petty excuses. No one leaves the port until my son is found, and that is final.
Excuse me. Are you Robert Throgmorton?
I am, but not interested. Go away.
The name's Charles Reed. I'm a private investigator, just arrived from Boston. I was told you might be able to help me.
Private investigator, you say? Well, perhaps we can help each other.
If I may ask, what happened to your son?
Why do you care? What's your angle, outsider?
Well, like I said, I'm a PI. Finding people is kind of my specialty.
Is it? Well, Albert was part of a deep-sea expedition I commissioned. This useless fool over here says he found Albert washed ashore in a lifeboat. Says he was barely conscious, out of his mind, talking gibberish in some other language. That he even tried to bite him.
And you don't believe him?
Complete malarkey. I know my Albert. I raised him strong and smart. The best of his kind. It couldn't have been him. Albert's disappearance is the work of Innsmouthers. Mark my words.
I've heard you're the man to speak to about visions, outbreaks of hysteria. I'm trying to get to the bottom of it
Yo,
myself.
Eric, what you playing, bro?
Come up with another problem.
City, the Undercity or whatever, bro.
Yes, I know what you speak
The
of.
sinking city.
Sinking City, yeah, there you go.
How dare you? My son Albert is
Yeah, Eric,
missing.
Eric, I'm gonna
The
teach you how to
reasons
beat Green
for a
Line.
Damn thing.
I'll
Stop
teach
the
you
run.
to run. I can't really stop the run
Let's
that good,
talk
but I'm learning.
about your dream.
It's in nickel normal. You can literally just
Take it
shoot,
you're not
like
the biggest
literally
fan
run
of
right down the
Innsmouthers.
middle, like
Those
right down the middle.
fish-faced freaks have overrun this city since the police burned Innsmouth to the ground.
But the game was close, and you just
Those
gave up
filthy
after you threw your
migrants
pick
occupy
six.
half this damn
Your little throw
city.
on the run pick six.
Port, Grimhaven Bay, Salvation.
Because if you score
Harbor,
that drive,
Shells,
Green gonna have to start passing.
they are
Nah, you threw a
everywhere.
pick six.
So they're just refugees.
Hardly. They've taken work from the local fishermen. They stir and agitate against us, the Throgmorton family. We are the pillar of this community, not to mention that crime rates have skyrocketed. Simply speaking, they are a big stinking pile of trouble.
Mr. Throgmorton, let me help you. I'm rather good at tracking down missing people. I'll find Albert.
What makes you think you can do it? Oakmont is not exactly friendly to new arrivals.
Let's just say I tend to see things that others miss. And anyway, what have you got to lose? Sounds like you could use every man you can get.
Vera. You have a point, newcomer.
Sorry, did you just say Vera? What does that mean?
You had better get used to the Oakmont dialect, outsider. That is, if you want to fit in. It is a fascinating blend. Vera means fine. I was saying, we have a deal.
I see. Thank you. I need to know more about what happened to Albert.
Tane, did you not listen at all? I already told you everything. After leaving on the expedition, this fisherman supposedly brought him to the house, and then left to call me. But when I arrived here, my son was nowhere to be seen.
Anything else?
Clearly, something suspicious occurred inside the house. I suggest you stop dawdling and go see for yourself.
As much as I'm enjoying the weather, Mr. Throgmorton, it's time for me to get started.
Find my son, newcomer, and be quick about it.
I don't know what to do with Friday Rat.
The port is closed by order of Robert Throgmorton. Back off. The port is closed by order of Robert Throgmorton. Back off.
You look familiar, but old Billy hasn't seen you around.
Oh. Yeah. Hey. Got a spare bullet, fella? The port is closed by order of Robert Throgmorton. Back off.
You look familiar, but old Billy hasn't seen you around. You look familiar, but old Billy hasn't seen you around.
Don't do anything stupid, newcomer. And keep your hands where I can
I've
see 'em.
said everything I know.
Stay alert. Monsters lurk underground.
Come closer, troubled soul. Let me tell you what your future holds.
You're some kind of, fortune teller?
Yes, my dear, yes. Oh, it's so clear. Your path holds many surprises, newcomer.
Really? Like what?
Not so fast, newcomer. I see many things. For a small fee, I'll tell you some of them.
All right, how much? $1?
Your money has no value here, newcomer. After the flood, Oakmonters deal in the practical. Booze, smokes, and bullets. And I'll make it easier for you. I don't smoke.
Let's hear what my future...
Good. Let me focus. The sea will be generous in the coming days. Many gifts delivered, and many will regret partaking.
I don't think I follow.
I see old and new. A hard heart against an iron will. Whoever wins, you win too. But you'll only see that from inside a metal cage. And tall pillars, circled by the dead. A race from one to the next, as time itself laughs.
Thank you. I'll keep that in mind.
You are welcome. I can't wait.
Welcome to Under the Kill.
Bye.
What the? Get them! Oh! What the? Get them! Oh!
The door won't budge.
Hey, knock it off.
You want a drink?
Ugh, I'll miss the carpenter's food
Stay
giveaway when
alert.
it's done.
Embrace
on the
your
grind.
fate.
They're everywhere.
The port is closed by order of Robert Frogmore. Back off.
Huh. This dog mat looks better than the owner's bed. The book is damp and damaged, but clearly well cared for. Seems like Prohibition hasn't affected Oakmont too much. I'm surprised they don't have someone's portrait. 5 cards short of a full house. Hello? Hey, can you hear me?
Oh, my God. What? Who are you? Are you police? I've already told them everything.
It's okay. I'm Charles Reed, Private Eye. Mr. Throgmorton hired me to find his son.
Oh, okay. What do you want?
I want to know what happened here. Every detail.
I don't remember much. Me, Paul, and Lewis. We were here. This is our house. Barry was outside on his business. Then he came back.
Then what?
We put the guy in and...
That sounds familiar. Tell me about you.
we...
Where are all the other guys?
That's Paul there on the floor. And I have...
I'll leave you to...
Please.
I don't know. Choo-choo.
Let's see what you find.
Tremendous effort to move this thing, let alone tossing it over like this. Choo-choo. Seems like Prohibition hasn't affected Oakmont too much.
I gave you clear instructions, did I not?
You like it here, newcomer? Well, get used to it. No one leaves Oakmont nowadays. You like it here, newcomer? Well, get used to it.
Something with this helmet gives me chills. What's wrong with it?
I've said everything I know.
I gave you clear instructions, did I not?
go, green light. Yeah. What is it called? I don't even know. Underground City or something? City? Sinking City. I gotta pee, hold up.
I can barely recognize the face of the poor fella. He was beaten to a pulp.
Yeah. Still hear those voices.
Let's see what you find, newcomer.
would take tremendous effort to move this thing, let alone tossing it over like this. Never seen knives like this before. Masterful work. So, that's what an Innsmouther looks like. There was a fierce fight here, but someone tried to flee.
My head! I still hear those voices.
Never seen knives like this before. Masterful work. Five cards short of a full house. I'm surprised they don't have someone's portrait here. I can barely recognize the face of the poor fella. He was beaten to a pulp.
My head! I still hear those voices.
Choo choo. Ahem.
Yeah. Brandon.
It would take tremendous effort to move
Let's
this
see what you
thing,
find.
let alone tossing it over like that. I can barely recognize the face of the poor fella. He was beaten to a pulp.
Grenna, Nehri, Grenna, Gebhal, Nugulayna,
Take this, ape face. Yeah, run!
What's happening?
Okay, let's see what we have here.
Yeah, run!
I gave you clear instructions, did I not?
I've said everything I know.
Don't do anything stupid, newcomer. And keep your hands right.
The book is damp and damaged, but clearly well cared for.
Let's see what you find.
There was a fierce fight here, but someone tried to flee.
What's happening?
Take this, ape face. Yeah, run!
When Albert Throgmorton woke up, he was not himself. He attacked
Yeah,
the
when you
fishermen,
press circle,
and
it's
his
gonna put you
hysteria
the
spread
closest
to
person
them.
to the
When
ball.
he got wounded, he fled.
When you press circle.
Let's see what you find, newcomer.
Can you sack him, bro? Stop looking at him. The heck?
There was a fierce fight here, but someone tried to flee.
I gave you clear instructions, did I not?
There was a fierce fight here, but someone tried to flee. take tremendous effort to move this thing, let alone tossing it over like this. There was a fierce fight here, but someone tried to flee. There was a fierce fight here, but someone tried to flee. So the fisherman pursued Albert, even let off a few shots. There's something in the pocket. The blood is fresh. Whomever it belongs to could not have gotten far. The door won't budge. One fatal round through the forehead. That's no accident. This was deliberate. One fatal round through the forehead. It's no accident. This was deliberate.
Stay alert. How Mr. Carpenter's food get away with this darn party everywhere.
I'm looking for a man by the name of Lewis Flynn. Any chance he's here?
Yeah. Even if I knew, I don't rat to newcomers.
As it happens, I know you owe a debt to Mr. Flynn. Trouble is, I found your note near the dead body of Albert Throgmorton, son of Robert. So, it seems Lewis is in trouble. Might have even come here to hide. But you hand him over and he won't be back to collect what you owe. Get me?
Rock. That would explain the blood. Fine. If it gets me out of this mess, you can have him.
So?
He's upstairs. Here's the key. You gotta promise to deal with him, once and for all. But save the shooting for outside, huh?
Smart man. There's your good deed for the day. Bye.
Hey, who are you? What are you doing?
Charles Reed, private investigator. Mr. Throgmorton hired me to find his son Albert, so I think you know why I'm here.
Ugh. That darn bartender. It was all that crazy ape's fault. You hear me?
Calm down. I only want to speak, for now. But no, if you reach for your gun, you'll hit the floor faster than you can say poetic justice.
I got nothing to hide.
Start at the beginning. What happened?
We were in our house, me, Paul, and Will. Barry'd gone to the sea. Though I told him that it would only bring bad luck. If he'd listened to me, we'd all still be alive.
Come on, Lewis. Focus.
Right. Well, Barry dragged that damn ape to our house. He was bragging about how much Mr. Throgmorton would give us for saving his son. But that ape, he was out cold. Then woke in an instant and started screaming, attacking us. After that, can't remember a thing.
You shot to kill. No warning, no second chances. You pursued Albert even after he fled. Why?
I can't remember it. When he woke, it was like a bloody mist descended over me. First thing I recall after is that darn warehouse and me covered in blood. I had no idea what happened, though. I suspected it had something to do with that ape. Turns out, I was right.
I hear there's a bit of a feud between the Innsmouthers and the Throgmortons. Care to fill me in?
Those apes hated us from the moment we arrived in Oakmont. Our home was destroyed. We just needed a place to stay. The Blackwood Grand family sheltered us, but others were not as hospitable. We needed jobs, food, and medicine. The city denied it all.
And so?
We had to fight for every crumb of bread. And those Throgmortons in their high castle only made our life harder, always conspiring behind our backs, always setting people against us. I'd love to see them suffer like we suffered.
The things you did to Albert don't look like a bloody rage. A fatal shot to the head, a hidden body. One might start to wonder if it was deliberate.
I don't know what to say. I wasn't myself.
You mentioned a grand family. What do you mean?
So you're a newcomer, huh? Explains a lot.
Yeah, a newcomer with a gun. Answer the question.
Okay. People here are crazy about bloodlines and tradition and reputation. The head honchos of Oakmont are called the Grand Families. There's the Carpenters, who control most of the city's underworld, the Blackwoods, who share kin with Innsmouthers through the Marsh family.
And let me guess, the Throgmortons.
Right, those filthy apes. Now that most of the Blackwoods are gone, there's nobody left to protect us Innsmouthers.
I think I've got all I need.
Please, Mr. Reed, don't tell Throgmorton about me. I know I'm in no position to ask. I didn't want to do whatever it is I did. Honest, have mercy, please. I have a family. Without me, they'll starve.
This is not exactly cut and dry. I need some time to think.
Perhaps I can offer something to grease your grinds. I still have a few bullets on me.
You think you're the first person to offer me a bribe?
Please, Mr. Reed.
Now, don't try my patience further, Mr. Flynn.
Yeah.
Bye.
What's your problem?
Mr. Throgmorton, I'm afraid I have bad news.
No.
Yeah, I found your son in the basement of a nearby warehouse. I'm sorry, but he was murdered. Shot in the head and the body hidden.
No. It cannot be true. No, no, no. I don't believe it. No.
I've tracked down your son's murderer.
Where? Who is he?
And just as I suspected, the Innsmouther Lewis is responsible for your son's murder. He's hiding at the local bar. Just ask the bartender. Seems like he had a bone to pick with your family, and took it out on Albert.
Oh, that scum won't be getting off easy. The whole city shall see what happens when you cross the Throgmortons. Justice, bittersweet as it is, shall be served. It's rare for a newcomer to make himself so useful. Thank you.
Mr. Throgmorton, I hate to press you, but do you think you could help me now?
Yes, you've earned it. Okay, to think a newcomer barely off the boat solves a crime the police couldn't, but I digress. Remind me, what brought you to Oakmont?
I think I'm going mad, Mr. Throgmorton. I see things, visions, and I needed to stop. I was drawn here, or guided, or I don't know. But I believe the source of this madness is here, in Oakmont.
You're not wrong, Mr. Reed. An inexplicable hysteria spread through Oakmont after the flood. I funded an expedition to explore recent geological activity that may be responsible.
A geological expedition? I'm not sure I follow.
I have reason to believe the flood and this madness have the same source. As above, so below. So I sent men to find out.
Do these cases of hysteria involve shared visions as well?
Since the flood, many Oakmonters have had similar nightmares. Indeed, Professor Doe, the expedition leader, complained of them herself.
Waterlogged ruins with unnatural architecture, a sleeping giant, drowned streets, and a voice calling from the depths.
Her words exactly. She proposed the expedition, desperately wanting to find the cause.
You mentioned the flood. You think it's more than just a natural disaster?
You weren't here, Mr. Reed. What happened defied scientific explanation.
Has your expedition found anything?
I do not know. Albert was part of it. His passing cannot be coincidence. Why was he alone at the port? And where are the others?
You think your son was killed because the expedition uncovered something?
Is it so hard to believe? I had no news for a week, then Albert, the only one I could trust, comes ashore and is killed.
It does sound suspicious.
Mr. Reed, I want you to find out what's going on. I expect you're as interested in the expedition's results as I am.
If I'm going to look into this, I'll need to know more. Where should I start?
I'll give you the address of the expedition's headquarters and a key.
That's all you can tell me?
Let me be clear, Reed. You do not speak to me like that again.
I'm sorry, Mr. Throgmorton. I just meant the more I know, the better.
I am a busy man. I funded the research, but left all preparations to Professor Doe and Albert. When you've finished, come see me at the Throgmorton family manor. It's in Old Grove. Here, I'll show you.
What about my expenses?
They will be reimbursed after you complete your task. And of course, you've earned some compensation for your work here at the port. I'll also include a fair advance in bullets.
Bullets?
The dollar lost its use here, Mr. Reed. After the flood, Oakmont returned to bartering. Bullets mean more than bills. I gave you clear instructions, did I not?
crew of the Cyclops. Semper Fortis, brothers. Never again, they say. Makes this place feel more like home. I miss Boston already. The door won't budge.
Finally, you're awake. Gotta tell you, though, mister, you want to stay on here, you stop making all that noise.
Noise? What noise are you talking about?
I expect my guests to be respectable. Moans, chanting, all that kind of thing. It stops, all right?
Yeah, sorry about that. I don't really remember what happened, but I'll do my best.
Yeah? Well, next time it happens, you end up sleeping under the bridge like the other newcomers.
You're not exactly friendly with your guests. Are we the ones keeping you in business?
All these newcomers after the flood, they're stark raving mad.
What do you mean?
You can't imagine the crazy notes and books I find after they move out. Only thing they're good for is lighting the kitchen stove.
Can I have a look?
I knew it. I tell you, no one sane would be interested. And you want to take a look? Well, fine. Take what you wish. I'm watching you, newcomer.
extra. All the news that's fit to print. Buy a paper, mister?
The old papers are by the door. Take them and stop bothering me already.
I think you've got me confused with someone else.
Aren't you a newcomer?
Help me out here. What's the connection between newcomers and old newspapers?
It's cold sleeping in the street, and they come to collect the old newspapers for warmth.
Yeah, I guess I am a newcomer. Charles Reed, private investigator. And I also need your old newspapers, the archive, to be exact.
Ah, so you're the one who cracked the Albert Throgmorton murder case. Nice work. I'm Helen Bland. Say, can you do me a favor? Give me an exclusive interview. You won't regret it. The Oakmont Chronicle is the best newspaper for miles around.
All right, I'll be sure to make some time for you, Miss Bland. Do you still want that interview? I got some time now, if you're ready.
Oh, absolutely. We know that you're the private eye who solved the case, but tell our readers something more about yourself.
I'm a former Navy diver. Served on the USS Cyclops, and, well, after the war, I found myself in Boston. I've been a private eye ever since.
Oh, a brave sailor. Well, I imagine you'll get accustomed to local life easily. We have plenty of water around here.
Wow.
Maybe we'll have the chance to work together later.
I'm looking, it says what the Rockets basically got for James Harden is 9 draft picks and Kelly Olynyk and Avery Bradley. That's tough. For James fucking Harden. Sheesh.
The mystery of the newcomers. And you want to know why they're here? Well, they aren't very forthcoming about it. And it doesn't help that most of them aren't thinking straight, to put it mildly. I think that's enough for now. I can't give the readers too much all at once. Thank you for your interview, Mr. Reed.
My pleasure. Maybe I'll do something interesting enough to make the papers again. You never know. See you later.
Knock it off! Stop it! Damn newcomer!
Hello, officer.
Well, look who finally decided to show up. If it ain't Charles Reed, the genius that cracked the case of Albert Throgmorton. Captain Caleb Lyons at your service. What can we simpletons do to assist you, Mr. Holmes?
Look, all I want is access to your records during my investigations. Otherwise, I'll keep out of your way.
Oh, that's all you want, is it? Was making us look like idiots in front of Mr. Throgmorton not enough for you?
Look, I'm sorry. That wasn't my intent.
Well, that's what you did. A newcomer must know his place. Let me be frank. You ain't welcome. You slip up, don't cross a T or dot an I, and I'll treat you like every other criminal in here, newcomer.
Hey, easy, Officer Lyons. I don't want any trouble.
Well, good. That's a start. You can use the archive, but only because you have Mr. Throgmorton as your patron. Keep that in mind, Reed. Don't waste my time.
Hungry as fuck.